Ever notice how every tutorial teaches you to grade one shot, but the second you cut to a reverse angle, your entire skin tone falls apart? Today I'm showing you the secret to perfect scene matching across any camera profile using the PFA Color Suite 10.2. Here's a breakdown. The De-Logify revolution, why standard LUTs are actually killing your RE and red signs. And then we're going to show you how to use the film mixer engine, just one engine, 3 tools under PFA Color Suite on how to build palettes using pure channel math. Last but not least, we're going to show you the Insta-Match using the preset manager to sync different production in seconds. So let's get started. In 10.2, we introduce a customized physics-based engine that works across all color space. So the first step is you go to the De-Logify, correction log, enable the guide, so you will increase the log exposure until details start to appear evenly for shadow, midtones, and highlight, so you can see all the details. Then you use the De-Logify and the pivot to find the perfect balance between your exposure and your details. So we aren't conforming to a manufacturer default in this case. That helps us to synchronize cameras across the board. We are fine-tuning the mood of the scene. It's called De-Logify. And wait, do you know our engine actually maps the contrast of the logarithm curve without actually touching saturation at all? You have to know that most tools bloat your colors the moment you add a color space transform or add a LUT. We keep it natural. Once the conversion is perfect, we hit the white balance guide and calibrate until we maximize the white point in the frame using the red RGB balance of respective sliders. So of course you can fine-tune your exposure, but it's all up to you. But just remember, color correction phase is always about returning the image to what you see actually on set. Next, we move on to the color grading scene. So in this color grading tutorial, we're only showing you the film mixer engine. Instead of qualifying pixels, we are using pure channel math, meaning we are mixing RGB. So we are remixing how red and green and blue merge to form the taste of the scene. It's very different from the traditional tools out there. So we just need to dial in the teal and orange or the teal and pink style. Then you can see the difference and you look at how powerful our skin protection is. Your skin actually are being perfectly protected. But everything on the Vectorscope, you can see them form into a very linear color palette line. This defines the looks. Without this, the mess will be chaos. Just look at how it looks when we turn on the magenta and green. It looks like Avatar. A lot of people question in the comments about what's the separate RGB in the 3 channels, why there are 9 of them. Well, how to use this. This part is actually replicating the film dye-based kind of reactions that each color has in the RGB output. There are actually 9 channels together. So you don't need to memorize anything. You just need to look at the Vectorscope. Ask yourself, if I want to have cyan, you look at the Vectorscope, what's opposite of cyan is red. So by reducing red to the negative value, I will be getting cyan. Same happens to magenta and green. If I want more green, I just add green. If I want more magenta in the scene, I just reduce green. So you can use all this slider to calibrate that. That's the craziest part of our tool. So for this case, we just need to reduce the red to get more cyan in the scene. So next, film separation stretches the palette along the axis for visual punch. When you increase the red and cyan, it's actually stretching all your color palette along the red and cyan axis. So this is film separation on steroids. You have never seen such solutions that can transform your palette building so easily. Next, we can use printer lights. Imagine what we have done are still working with the color information we have in the scene. What if I want to inject colors that was previously not recorded or not designed on set? That's when you go to film printer lights. It injects color without even recorded on the sensor. This is a depth map on steroids when you turn on the mask. For example, I want the 1970 vintage vibe. I just need to increase green, increase yellow, boom. Instantly, look at the before and after. I don't have any green information in the cast, but we inject them in this scene using 3-dimensional like depth map without draining your CPU because it's pure math. So this is really the most powerful package and the most powerful engine in our entire toolkit. Next, we can go to the preset system. Save the current grade as 260501. Today is Labor Day. Happy Labor's Day. So we're extending our offer for 1 more week. You can go to different clip. Now you apply the De-Logify process first, then load the presets. Damn, they are all identical. Even though the sets are totally different, the color story is unified. Even you look at the Vectorscope, the manipulation is exactly the same. That is the power of 32-bit float math engines. So you can't swing the full suite, it's too expensive. The PFA Color Suite also has light versions, which broken down into the respective engine level. Each engine now is at the price of $99. You use the exact same mixer engine as you have in the full PFA Color Suite in 10.2. By your workflow, because you don't have the De-Logify feature, you just throw in a standard CST for your log conversion, then put a note before and drop the PFA Color Suite light mixer engine, and everything will work exactly the same. So we are extending our Thank You 2026 offer for 1 more week. So using the promo code for 38% off, this ends in exactly 7 days. So download the free trial and test the math yourself. My name is Nash, Passion Fuels Ambition. I will see you in the next one.